bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show for this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays.
Oh, he's got some space. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Here comes the option. Quick toss. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. He'll do it himself. It's a fumble on the play. He picks it up, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Handoff from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? They'll leave it with him. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Golden Gophers offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a heat. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock him up close to their goal line. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Off the play fake on first down. Going to let it fly. Reels it in down the left side. 30 on the Jets. And he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Going to swing it on second down. And now the ball is loose from the end zone. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive first and goal. From the gun. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires to the end zone. Looking for the goal line. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. It's third and goal and third and long. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's a draw. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. Inside the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Turbin.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a catch at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. From midfield, looking for room. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Touchdown, Ohio State! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to James Madison. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And after that last sack, man, you can just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The kick is on its way. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He's got his man across the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. He'll ride his man on the option. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to.
They got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes the easy completion. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They're going to run it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
The give on the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to power their way ahead. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A little screen to the running back. Made a defender miss. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Buckeyes are on the move. The give to the back. Spins away from the defense. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Iowa State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the pressure. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. Turning it on! Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guys
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finds a little space. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action. It sets up the RPO game. And then
He lost one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Dell. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking to throw. Quickly complete. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Just a little off. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Lets it fly. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Golden Gophers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, the sack of this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And the returner will be dragged down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the move. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Rides the back on the option to give. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quick completion to the right. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain, after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give out of the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Give to the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself. At the 35, he's open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination all